Alrighty folks, welcome back. Today is episode 3 of filling up the ammo can. We are working on the 62 grain Aguila full metal jacket. We've got our Lake City brass all prepped and ready to go. However, we need to refill our primer tube up there and our remaining primer tubes to finish this brick of these right here. If you have not been following along, we're using, that Shooter's World match rifle. Also time to refill the powder hopper up top as well. And that's about it. Let's get into it. So, little trick. I've got 300 to load, but I've only got 2 primer tubes. We'll load one up, fill that tube up top at the press, and then I can load the 2 tubes on standby and be done tubing. So let me knock that out. We'll get back with you here in a second. Okay. All right, now we can do these last 2 here and be done with our primer tubies. Sweet, another shortcut. There's only one that needs a flipping. Alrighty, all done with that nonsense. We'll just shove these back in here for now. Look, I got 2 different kinds of packaging. Some are black and white and some are colored. Weird. That's some good old Bosnian quality control for yins. We need to put our, there we go, this thingy back in for the primies. And time to fill up our powder here. Remember to use the old funnel. And we'll be very careful not to spill this. Instead, we'll run into the camera. All right. 2 hands now. All right, cool. That'll last a little while here. We'll get that, and we'll actually put our low primer sensor back in there. Put the powder back after we got the lid on. Keep our funnel all handy like. Now, finally, time to take a dump here and empty our can or empty our container into the can. Cool, this brat, let's see. Drop the dummy. All right, cool beans. So anyways, welcome to episode 3 here of filling up the can. You know the drill here. We're going to double check our powders. First off the bat, we refilled our measure or our thrower. So we've also stepped away for a day. We need to verify that we're still throwing the same exact charge. And if you need to know that charge, you can go back and watch any of the other videos so far. Let's see. It helps when you put it into the shell holder. Double charge. What an idiot. The old air, keep your primer from flying. Okay, wow. And we got some goop in the neck. We'll swab him out. What's this case doing? Whoa. There's a lot of junk in there. What is all that? Wow. Not sure what all that mess is, but let's get it out of our cases. Alright, I can see the primer. That was a little strange. Let's try this again. Wow. Out of all the cases I decided to poke into, we did that one. Okay. So this looks like the case fill we've been achieving. That's spot on as far as the eyeball test goes, but let's go ahead and try them on the old scale. Average out 5 of them. You know the drill. Okay, well this case has lube or some nasty shit in it, so powder's sticking into it. We're not getting all of it out, but it's all going in. But yeah, there's like 2 grains of powder stuck inside. I don't like that because I tumbled these with some Dillon. Some of the blue Dillon. It's supposed to be good for the duckies. I thought it would be good on my cases. Okay, well, you know, I'm going to put this one aside because I know it can still hold powder. I just primed this one. It shouldn't be sticky. How embarrassing. Okay, there's no gunk on our neck here. This will be a piece of cake. Once I empty out the scale pan, duh. Alright, let's just do them all right here instead of jumping back and forth. Oh, that felt much better. Quick eyeball check. Yeah, this one's good. I don't know what's up with that case there, but it's a little embarrassing, guys. Don't make fun of me. Thought I cleaned out my case more better than that. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, try this again. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're within 1/10 of the total of 5. Yay, go team, we did it. We can throw powder. Alright, I've got this one emptied back out. We use it. You know, the lanolin stuff shouldn't be that bad on the powder. I don't know, hopefully not. Hopefully it's not that much. I don't know what's the deal with that one single case, but or it could have been like dozens of cases at this point. I just only noticed that one. Okay. We've got our powder. We're primed. We can begin loading now. Wow, what a dummy. Remember, we gotta guide our bullets up so we don't ram it in 3 times into our seating die, drop them on the floor, and you know, do a total amateur move like that, right? Okay, had to move my mic onto myself, sorry. I bet it sounds a little different now. If it does, that's why. Did we prime? Okay, do we have powder? Yes, we do. Man, should I even be loading right now? I'm just a hot mess, y'all. Okay, yeah, whatever. Let's pay attention here and load some freaking ammo, you dummy. That one felt nice and primed. Yes, beautiful. Positive feedback. Boom. Set our boulet on there. Very nice. Boom. So back to the discussion on stage 1 here where I don't have anything. Someone was saying, in a response to me saying why size if you're on a progressive, so on and so forth. Well, someone said there's an RCBS X die. I've heard of it. It's supposed to limit case growth so you can still size it, but where's that material moving when you're pushing it around? Does it barely even size the, you know, the base of it? So is this useless for my AR? Well, probably not, because they actually make a small base one for 223, I believe. And that's RCBS once again. So, man, gotta pay attention. Yep, on the next one. So yeah, the X die. Does anybody have experience with an RCBS X die? sounds kind of like snake oil or something, because you can't resize the material without it going somewhere. Unless there's somehow like a stop and it just goes, bleh, you can't move. That doesn't make any sense. You can't just stop it. Unless you put something in the way, then it would like smash in the neck or like do some weird stuff. I don't know, man. Can some of you guys enlighten us on the RCBS X dies? And whether or not there's a small base, because it could be interesting if that's the thing. But still, it's like snake oil in my mind. Snake oil. Otherwise, I think we're gonna just leave them open. I'm not dying to get an M die or anything. It's like I said, if I need to expand, I have the universal lead die, which I really, really enjoy, but you just gotta make sure that your trim length is consistent so that your flare amount is consistent, because if a longer case hits that flaring tool sooner, it's gonna bell out before a shorter case would. So you'll have more here, less here. So as long as you trim consistently, that little Lee tool, super cheap, and it does the job. Super cheap and it does the job. And I'm still surprised at how consistently this powder throws. And a few of you guys have been commenting on how much you enjoy Shooter's World powders. I'm quite thrilled, actually. I need to go back through my data, but I picked a random charge with 168 grains and 308, and they were like 10 shots, almost touching. I think 2 were outside, but the total was just an inch. So that was pretty sweet. I'm gonna have to, revisit that, find that target or my notes or wherever I have that written down. Hope I'm not misremembering it, but I'm pretty sure it was match rifle here, which is supposed to mimic 2520, which is supposed to be some kind of like, it was at one point like a Lake City powder with 168 grain Botel with Scooby-Dooby military, so on and so forth. Cool guy, long range, reach out and touch you stuff. So I need to confirm or just, work up that load. I don't care if it's, hitting X velocity or whatever the military spec actually was, but if it shoots dang good, that's good enough for me, because I can only go out to 300 or 400 yards. And, I'm not really competing or doing anything like that. So no need for me to be like, I'll probably never shoot a burger bullet because I can't justify the cost with the diminishing returns in performance compared to some other options. Some of you might think that's totally ignorant, and it probably is. I'll probably look back at this video in a few years and laugh, because all I'm shooting will be friggin' burger and Lapua brass and dang old Vitavori powder. No, what am I saying? That'll be like, I have to take out a friggin' mortgage just to start shooting that stuff. Heck no. Unless, you guys over at Capstone Precision Group are watching the channel here, feel free to reach out if you'd like to sponsor me with some components. I would just love to load up some Lapua with some CNR bullets and some Vitavori here and just friggin' mag dump out of the AR like it's nothing. What if I get a binary trigger? I'll get like Rare Breed, or I don't even know if that's binary. Are they binary, or are they one of the forced reset? I don't know, but if you guys want to sponsor the channel, hop on board with Capstone Precision and just, you know, it'll be the biggest waste of components ever. Now, if that doesn't get some clicks, you know, on the tubes here, I don't know what will. It's like, watch how much money we can waste reloading compared to buying from factory. Whereas, you know, this load right here, it don't cost me that much. I think factory stuff, 62 grain, still going for like 40 cents a piece, 45, 50 cents. And what did this cost? I think my projectiles were 13 or 14 cents. Powder was like what, 200 bucks for 8 pounds, 25 a pound, 25 grains. That's like, I don't freaking know, 10 cents worth of powder. Maybe, if that, I don't know. Math is hard dividing by 7,000, but you get the point. Then yeah, the primers here. The Gen X, they're going for, American Reloading had them, what was it, 5,000 pack for 400 shipped or something. So that included hazmat and shipping. So that's what, once again, math is hard, 8 cents a piece. So we'll say 13 for a projectile, 8 for a primer, that's 21 cents. And then powder, if that is 10 cents, like I said, then what's that, 31 cents a shot? Pretty good compared to the 40 to 50 cents that I just kind of imagined, since I don't really shop for factory ammo. Anyone else in that boat? Like, I have no idea what the ammo market is like, because I don't shop for factory ammo. I just shop for the cheapest crap I can find most of the time. And then my goal is to make the cheapest crap work as well as I can, you know. That's not to say we have a nice piece of equipment here. Nice tools are very nice. But for my purposes here, you know, plinking, blasting, having some good old dude bro mag dumps with the friends, you know, this cheap blasting ammo, perfect. I don't have to brag about, I only put Varget in there. I only shoot Sierra bullets. Nah, man, no one's ever heard of these Aguila projectiles. Let me try them, let's do it. Same thing with the Gen X. And someone down in the comments also said, like, yeah, the pandemic and shortages suck, but it also opened their eyes up to different products like Shooter's World and, you know, so on and so forth, where you don't have to always buy Varget or H4350 or whatever. There are alternatives, and if you're forced to try something, you usually end up and you're like, oh, wow, I can't believe that so-and-so powder worked, even though there was only 2 loads and it was like kind of on the weird end of the burn rate. Yeah. It friggin' worked, and you were surprised, and, you know, no one got hurt because you followed the instructions. So yeah, I kind of agree with that point. It's great that other people had to try other things because they couldn't just go to the store and pick their favorite thing off the shelf whenever they wanted. Sorry, I had to move that duster out of the way. It was just bothering me. Get out of the view, man. Go. You're killing the shot, bro. Okay, anyways, yeah. I think I'm just ranting, but anyways, I buy cheap crap when I can, and it's purpose built for what I'm doing for it. Just like any reloading should be purpose built. If you're doing competition, high volume, that's all you need. Boom. If you're just blasting, binary trigger and blah, 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 boom. But if you're shooting PRS, if you're shooting F-class, if you're shooting the hair off a gnat sack at 2 miles, you know, then you could probably invest a little more in your components and spend a little more per shot. And you might be seeing some better performance at that extreme end of things where you need that edge. But me, I'm not there. Me, I'm not there, brother. That'd be cool. But, you know, whatever. And I know some of you guys feel totally the opposite. Like, not that you're a snob or whatever, but you just prefer high quality premium products. And you gotta pay for it. But if you're willing to do so, I don't care. You can enjoy your 2A freedom however you like, with as much of your wallet as you like. So who am I to tell you what to do or what to buy? Or, you know, whatever. Okay, let's take a look at the bucket there. How's that look? Make sure that last one has powder. Cool beans. We're rolling here, folks. So yeah, I've got about 50 primers left in this tube, and then as you know, we just filled up 2 others. And I definitely don't have that much brass right here. So we're gonna have to break into the other jug when we get there. And I was under the impression that those held 1,000. So, you know, dang, almost got them. We almost had them all in there. I'm sure you could like settle it differently or whatever, but no big deal. Come on, get all straight up there, brother, now. Okay, we'll just help him out on the way up. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. So yeah, I haven't like measured these projectiles for length, but I did weigh them and they were all within about a half a grain. It was like 61.5 to 62. So that is pretty cool. Nice and consistent in the weight department. Can't really complain there for a plinker. And their bases actually, so sometimes you've seen them, they'll have a funky base where there's like a little pigtail hanging out or some extra lead. These seem pretty consistent, so that's good to know that they're within a half a grain, which is, I don't know what percent right now, less than like 1/10% or something silly. So that's pretty good in terms of difference there, you know. But here we go, we're just cranking them out. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I like all the comments and, you know, the chatter we have going on. That's some good stuff there. So keep all that coming. Tell me what you're loading up, you know. We're just hanging out. Someone said they did about 700 pieces of 9mm. Very nice. What bullet was that? What lead? What lead? Where are you shooting lead? Was it jacketed? Cast, jacketed, plated? What powder did you use? Was it good? That would be nice to just pull the handle. You got your bullet feeder. You got a dang case feeder. Ding, 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 ding. That'll probably knock them out pretty quick. But one thing I really like about the 550 is that it does not automatically index. I have to manually turn every single one. So if I make a mistake or need to back up or check my powder, it stays right there on stage 2 with the powder rather than turning. And then if I have to check my powder, it moves every single time. So that would get really old. So I'm glad we have a manual index here on the 550. And most people with their Lee, I don't know which ones, but there's a Lee press. When you know, manipulate the handle, it rotates. So it automatically indexes, which is a selling point. But I'm not sure if I'm into that, and most people disable it, as far as I'm seeing. So I don't know. Then I guess you can use that press as a turret rather than a progressive, just as you could this one. I mean, if I had it for brass prep, I could technically have 4 different sizing dies and just whatever I'm working with, use that size, or use that station rather. Or I could have a trimming setup. So there's a cutout modified tool head where you can like size, trim, and then neck expand and all that, and have it all prepped and done. Whatever, that's another option, but Not for me. Plenty of things you can do other than what I'm doing right here. Is what I'm saying. I took a long way to say that, but you know, dummy ain't the best at words. That one felt gross, but it's like smooth and flat and it didn't get boogered up none. Interesting. Must have had a little bit of that crimp left in there, but dang. It'll make you jump if you're not expecting it. Ooh, that one felt loose. That one felt loosey-goosey. But it's in there, it's holding. We'll let it ride. Another one felt kind of rough and sounded ooey, but it didn't look bad at all. Oh well, that one also had the staked crimps like this one. So let's see if this case acts like that. Moment of truth. Well, smooth as butter. We'll give it a little turn. So anyways, I ended up changing the scopes around between the 450 Bushmaster and my 556 AR. So those should be set up. We got the 1:6 on the Bushmaster. That's actually feels really good. I kind of really like it. And then the 4:16, that's on the old 223 556 NATO. But it's interchangeable, you know that, right? But yeah, they feel a lot better. I had just had the high power on the Bushmaster for testing or whatever, but generally I'm only shooting that at 50 yards. You know, at the range when I'm there. And if I need to go to 100, 6 power is plenty for that. But if I ever take it hunting, I doubt I'll get 100 yards to take a shot. So, you know, 1:6, just perfect. I've also thought about a red dot on the Bushmaster. That sounds kind of fun. Just point and click, and then it's like freaking 12 gauge slug. Bam! Holds 10 rounds of 12 gauge slug. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Okay, there we go. Freaking dummy. Learn to seat your bullet. What a moron. What does that even look like? Okay. So it's a little out of round on this side, like it got flared out. But this crimp here is going to fix all that. Let's make sure we can run the freaking case up where it goes. Okay, beautiful. Let's test our case gauge with our random, perhaps janky case. Oh yeah, right in and right out. Not a worry. Not a worry in the world, my son. We're good to go here, man. We are good to go. Okay, yeah, just take your time and make sure the dang bullet lines up. Sometimes, usually the boat tail is perfect. It does it on its own. But I guess sometimes I need to be a little more patient and guarantee. It's like I've been doing this for 1,000 rounds now. I should have a hang of it, right? I just don't want to squish my finger up in there because that would probably not feel too good, and then you guys would probably laugh, so that would be entertaining at least, but I'm not about to sacrifice, you know, fingers for some YouTubes. Sorry guys, I love you, but not losing a finger to the Dillon. I refuse. Whether it's on accident, then we can all laugh together, but Okay, yep, there it is, lined up-ish. We made it in. Does anyone have a seating die where it's like totally wide open and funnels in, so there's maybe less of that? What's your favorite seating die? I've really only used RCBS and Lee, and actually I've got a really nice Redding micrometer. That's the nice one there. And we also have alignment. So yeah, I guess I've tried quite a variety. But I don't even know where I'm going with that. How do you seat your bullets? Oh yeah, the opening. Is there such thing as like a super progressive press die that's got like a big wide mouth for people that don't know how to set their bullets on straight? Or like, what do you use with your automated 1050s or whatever? You just got a freaking Lee die and you hope it works? Does your bullet seating die actually set them on there well enough? Like right there? Just perfect every time? Is that something you can trust in? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't even know, man. Yeah, anyways, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the series. Just stopping to hang out, even if it's playing in the background or you're falling asleep or taking a dump with your morning coffee, you know, it's all good. It's all good. So anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. But this primer tube's about to go ding, and as you can see, we're filling up right here. So we're gonna have to empty that and we'll be starting over. At least we do have our filled primer tubes, so that's good. We'll probably have to top off our powder here soon. Who knows? Well, I mean, I know I can see it, but here comes the primer ding in the next 2 or so. But anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate you, and we will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Oh, I didn't time it right. Let me try it again. Anyways, guys, have a good one.